Since the whole scalping issue started with consoles, I genuinely believed that it was limited to only consoles and graphics cards. I actually did, but oh my god, where did the Endwalker Collector's box go? Now, if you can't tell, the topic of today's video is scalpers, and how they're kind of fucking up a couple of markets that a lot of gamers are a part of. If you don't know what a scalper is, they're basically a person buying a ton of a specific item, whether it's a console, a graphics card, some sort of niche item, and then they put it on a site like eBay or Craigslist and drive the price way up above MSRP. Now, me in particular, I wasn't really affected by this at first. I passed on the whole RTX 3000 series GPU stuff. And while I'm salty about the PS5 and Xbox Series X scalping issue that's going on right now, I'm not really caring about it because I still got a pretty decent PC for both workloads and gaming, so I don't got any real complaints. Until I decided to go full dive into Final Fantasy XIV. For those of you who aren't aware, Final Fantasy XIV's newest expansion is called Endwalker. And with every expansion since Final Fantasy XIV's release of Heavensward, and I think even Realm Reborn, even though that was really just kind of a reboot, they decided to release a collector's edition with physical goods and such. And that's all fun and games. You get an expansion, some goodies with it. It's all fun and games, except when you consider this is 2021 and scalpers are still relevant to online marketing, at least for now. And within the first 4 days of the collector's edition going up for sale, pre-orders were out of stock almost entirely. Like, you could not find a pre-order out there unless you went onto eBay. Now, the reason this is such a big issue for me personally is because this was going to be the first collector's edition with physical goods included, because Final Fantasy XIV really hit it right in the spot for me as a game, because I'm generally the type of person that hates MMOs. I've played WoW, I've played Toontown, I've played Club Penguin. I've quit all those within like a week out of sheer boredom. And then I played Final Fantasy, and now I'm like, shit, dude, this is fun as hell! And I was like, fuck it, let's buy the collector's edition. And next thing you know is I see it on eBay for an extra $500. Oh my god, man, you know how many 1440p monitors I could buy with an extra $500? 3. I could buy 3. Let's see, Xbox Series X, and oh boy, 900 smacks for a new Xbox Series X. What about PlayStation 5? Oh boy, almost $2,000 for a new PS5. If you want to play the newest titles out there. Who the fuck thought this was a good idea? I'm having an actual annual. Alright, I've calmed down now. But this is genuinely worrying for people who want to play games and generally want to have the newest hardware and goods available. And they should be readily available to us as gamers, or at least that's what I feel. But even my friend Zephyr, who is an amazing guy and I love him like a brother, he's stated that scalpers have made Target and Walmart stop selling trading card game goods, so now you either have to find a GameStop that's open, find a place that sells cards at a decent price, or rely on scalpers to get what you want. Now, I genuinely do understand that, we're in the middle of current world events, and that people need a way to make money, and I'm not faulting them specifically. Far from it, actually. Now, the title of this video is called Scalpers Need to Be Stopped for a reason. And that's because, nobody's going to be able to stop them aside from the people who are running these e-tailers like Amazon, Square Enix, eBay, Newegg, wherever you buy your digital goods. Most of the time, these are just bot accounts who are buying all this stuff and putting them onto an eBay listing for a ridiculous price. There are also a few genuine consumers who are buying these at MSRP. I biked out to Target that was like 3 hours away from my house to get a Switch on launch, and it was worth it, but that was before scalpers were a genuine issue. But getting back to topic, I'm not faulting scalpers, actually. I'm actually faulting the people who are running these sites. Now, I'm not a genius. I'm not smart by any means. I'm very basic and bare bones. But I think the best suggestion that these manufacturers and e-tailers actually can do, if they care about their customers who are dedicated fans, to actually get them the goods that they want, is to have a system where they need to create an account and have to have two-factor authentication available or active. Hell, even take it a step further and put a new account under a 24-hour review period to limit the amount of bots on the site. It's not that hard to stop manufacturers to stop outcries from genuine fans who want their product. And I can also tell you that the limit one per customer fine print on every site doesn't do jack shit. Or this wouldn't be an issue to begin with. And I see a lot of these companies saying that they can't keep up with the demand for these goods, and while I'm not denying that they can't keep up, especially during these times when there's social distancing and such, there's still so much that they can do on their digital front, at least, to keep things from being so demanding in the first place. But the fact that they don't make any of these changes aside from the fine print really says how much they care about their consumers, since they're just selling out to bots now. And it's a little baffling to me, at least, to sit here and see these companies try to make it up to their customers, but they fail so hard just because they're not willing to put in the effort to put in some security for preventing bots. I mean, look at Steam. They had a huge issue actually, with scammer bots at one point, and while you still do have that, it's not nearly as big as it was back in 2015, 2013, because Steam decided to add two-factor authentication and make it almost required to even have a Steam account. And while that is kind of a pain, it does enhance the security. But regardless, that was all I really wanted to talk about. If you like this, click that like button, and I'll catch you all next time.